It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakhakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Military industrial complex is itching to send hunter-killer drones to Ukraine. Now, when I first heard about this, which this sounds familiar, I heard about this in China. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because China developed something much similar, and they called it rescue drones, which were drones that were programmed to avoid obstacles such as bamboo trees or bamboo trees. You know, avoiding bamboo trees, tree branches, sticks, or whatnot. So the AI algorithms were so smart on these Chinese rescue drones that they could literally avoid hundreds of bamboo trees, even if they were close together, without running into a single one. And these drones could be used to track and hunt down people, or spot targets that were hiding, just so troops could catch them immediately, or ground troops could catch them immediately. So now we're hearing about hunter-killer drones, and I've also mentioned that in the same video that I've done, because just as China had rescue drones, right, that could hunt down and look for any missing targets within the woods, jungle, or whatnot. These rescue drones could also be used as drones that were weaponized, that could hunt down people and kill them on sight. So now there's no coincidence that a month later, because I believe the very beginning of the month was when I brought out that article on my other channel, Dark Matter Yahweh, but now a month later we're hearing about hunter-killer drones that are designed to hunt down people or search for people, except this time kill them, execute them. So we're talking about drones that are weaponized. So here it says, after failing to convince the Biden administration to ship NATO fighter jets to Ukraine, the military-industrial complex is now trying to coax the White House into sending unmanned fighter jets to counter Russia's invasion. Kyiv reportedly met with the major defense contractor General Atomics about obtaining the hunter-killer MQ-9 Reaper drone armed with Hellfire missiles, which the United States has infamously used to botch airstrikes that killed and maimed civilians in Afghanistan. And the word maimed, when you look it up, it means to handicap. Maimed is another word for handicap. So drones were used by the United States in the past to put people in a handicapped condition in Afghanistan, Somalia, and other countries around the world The company and Kiev's allies in Washington are appealing to policymakers to greenlight the export despite the high risk of escalation that could turn the devastating war nuclear. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. Because what we're hearing about here are just rumors of wars. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that this is a prophecy that Yahweh spoke of a little over 2,000 years ago. He said that there will be wars and rumors of wars. We're hearing about wars and rumors of wars. Okay, and nuclear talks have been, one of the major things that have been in the news as of late. So see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay? So the end is not by and by, so you're not supposed to be troubled when you hear about these things. Now let's go to verse 7, because verse 7 is actually relevant to this as well. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So what? We got the kingdom of the United States that is now rising up against the kingdom of the USSR, while we have the kingdom of the USSR rising up against the kingdom of Ukraine. And we also got the kingdom of NATO, who is also interfering with this war against Russia over Ukraine. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we're hearing about famines rising in many different places around the globe. Okay, in India is now a part of that list of countries that have a growing famine. Ukraine obviously is under a famine. A famine is rising here in the United States. Also in some of these European countries outside of Ukraine. So a famine is on the rise here. Salakia, I should have turned that shit off a long time ago. But with that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.